The C4 action for this week coming from Suzuka, Japan, and joining me today for co-coms for I believe the first time he's given commentary a go, it's Milo.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, so we just really waiting to see who's out, and we have Tonka and Lakmet out right now, following each other pretty closely. 19 drivers, so a pretty full grid this weekend. I shouldn't say weekend really, it's Wednesday, it's midweek. But we'll see how people are doing. Actually, we've already got Sam off on the out lap at the S's. So hopefully that doesn't bode a bad sign for him and his McLaren. So let's see, try to get to someone that's lost. We've got a few reserves as well. So we've got Bogorowski, who's doing his C4 again tonight. I think everyone else is actually C4 drivers.
We also have Calais joining from C6.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. I usually see him in a Williams, so it's a bit see him at a racing point. Yeah. I think well.
See what he can do after his first podium last week.
Yeah, he got C6 podium. He also done quite well when he was racing. I think he was 7th or 8th when he was Mexico. When he was reserving in C4 before. So we're maybe seeing an emergence of good results from himself and actually Bogorowski as well. It's a C4 level. Now, strangely enough, I'm not actually hearing sound, but I've checked the stream and you are getting sound. So, I mean, sound in terms of the game audio. So, let's get on board with Jarl, who is coming up to. Gosh, you know what? I'm horrible for corner names, so I'm not even going to attempt it. So he's come at the hairpin here, catching up in some drivers ahead, but hopefully that doesn't get in his way. Some guys are already setting times. Tonka is quickest by some margin right now. Now coming up behind Proud Noob, who does get out of the way. They're coming up to the 130R, that's one that I will remember. What a flat out corner this is, fantastic corner. The F1 cars go through.
Now we're given a pink, purple sector in second.
Yep, and
We'll see what he can do.
There we go.
P1.
It's a 126.7, which is a good lead at this point, but still 13 minutes to go. So we'll see how he finishes. On board with Ideal Penguin, he has missed a few races. Actually, he seems to have invalidated this lap, unfortunately, but he's back, usually a solid points contender. He's, like I said, missed a few races, so hopefully he can bounced straight back, but into the pits he goes. Same with Doppy Man. Hayward in the Mercedes is coming around. He's pitted as well though. It didn't look like he had invalidated, but maybe he had made a mistake. Haas driver coming around, but he's invalidated. There's Proud Noob. He's taking a shortcut. I think he had already invalidated by the looks of that. So the only person really out right now who's going to be going for a lap is the Ferrari of Vines. So we'll see. Go on board on the stream with him as Proud Noob goes flying by. It's a really fantastic circuit, real driver circuit as they call it, with one of the most challenging, I think, first sectors that in the whole F1 calendar. It goes flying through that first sector with no issues at all. It goes purple sector 1 as well, so it's a quick one. Lock up into the hairpin, but still managed to carry quite a bit of speed through. Coming up to the spin curve, just about keeps it in the track limits, but not in the exit. It runs wide, and that's an invalidated lap. So there we go. From 14th to the back, all invalidated laps. That's quite a few drivers putting themselves at risk of bad qualifying. They can't get a clean lap in.
Making it hard for themselves.
Absolutely. That's 6 all in all, and to be in honesty, it's 6 really good drivers. I mean, Selin has. He had a good race last time out, quite far up the field. Proud Noob's there as well. It made a mistake. Adio Penguin, which I was discussing earlier. Dobby Man and Hayward are always in there. So yeah, there's a lot of fast.
It's Adele going off.
Adele went going.
SS.
Oh, there we go. Yes,
If he can make it.
and that was on a fast lap as well, so he's allowing, quite rightly allowing others to go by. It's actually made, oh, he's been disqualified from the session.
That's hard, because it's probably the game set it, because we'll see why, but it all ends for him here without setting a time.
Yeah, he's going to be starting right at the back, and it's a big grid today, so it's 19th. So that is going to be a big struggle as the AI now pulls off to the side in the S's, which it was actually dangerous enough with the AI driving back onto the track. It's Tonka's having issues in the S's in this run through. It looked like, I think it came up saying he, I think it came up saying that he was disqualified for going the wrong way, where it was quite clear that what he was trying to do was spin himself out of the issue and then let people go by before coming back onto the track. Definitely not his fault.
Noob retired from the session as well.
Yeah, it looks like Proud Noob has crashed somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it is because it's at the top of the S's. I'm trying to think of
Area where Adele parked his car.
Yeah, that's correct. I wonder, and I hope not, but I wonder if that had anything
Oh, we
to
see
do
it.
with it.
Yeah, he's still on track. Let's cause escalate to spin.
Ah, right, okay. I'm on board with Hayward right now. Still yellow flags in the area. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Kelly. He's. So did that cause Kelly to spin? Kind of missed that. Obviously, he's going slow now. We've got Hayward and Dolphy Man both on fast laps, but they're right next to each other.
Yeah, it looked like the car of Proud Noob was still on track, in the middle of the track, to be honest, and Clay just ran into it.
Oh,
Not really sure what happened there, but that's what I saw when I switched to Clay.
okay. That is really unfortunate because you clearly already admitted the game would usually go someone at that point, but for some reason it hasn't at this time, and that's impacted Kelly. Hayward into the pits, and so's Dolphy Man. Like, I wonder if they actually kind of got in each other's way with how close they were. Um, I said before we started that Liam is a fast driver, and his second place right now kind of proves that, really. Um, just hope he gets a bit more luck than usual. I think he's he's aborted this lap. Bolgorowski's just went by. I think he's actually on a slow lap as well. I'm seeing on the map that I've got up a lot of yellow flags popping up, but I don't see any particular issues when looking on the track. So I don't know if this is just another new game glitch, which often comes.
Let's add that one to the list as well.
Yes. Let's say this. I hope we could avoid safety cars and virtual safety cars because they seem to make a good mess of races. Um,
The other end, Tomka's out for his second stint with now 50 shots under it. So we'll see what he can do because his fastest time was now on the mediums.
yeah, I should say that people probably a wee bit annoyed with me because I forgot to put up the tyres that people are using on the screen, which is something that's very important in qualifying. So sorry about that, but we have I'm actually on board with a Williams that is not Kelly. It's composite. See if he can get himself off the back of well, I say back of the grid. He won't be back of the grid because his teammate is out, and so is Proud Noob, who both haven't set a time, which is unfortunate for that. Composite runs a bit onto the grass, which will cost some time in the flat out 130R. He's braking for the final chicane, final loop down onto the straight. Let's see the time he can get. He doesn't improve. In fact, he was about 3.5 seconds down. Yeah, I wonder if he'll have enough time to get back to the pits.
Really fast on sector 2 with 7/10 faster than his first lap.
You're right, and he's coming right to the end of the lap now, so let's see how this finishes. This looks like it could be a real shout for pole, and it is.
It's 26.6.
The racing point is in the...
That was a pity.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of guys. So we've also got Liam still on an in lap, so he should just about have enough time. Yar's out on an out lap right now, so he'll be looking to challenge back for that pole. We could have a
Just left a bit, so let's see what he can do in his final laps.
Yeah. So let's see, I think Liam will just be coming into the pits now. Or this might actually be in and out. Nope, he has put in. Lakmet is just about avoided Doppy Man when starting his flying lap into turn 1. Through the S's, the curbs can be very dangerous around the S's part, which I learned quite a lot during practicing. So let's hope there's no issues there. So like he's was one of the Hasses was round. I believe it was anyway, a Haas. But Lakmet's still able to go and is about equal on his time from last time. No, from his first run. And he manages to get through there without invalidating, so we'll see. He's coming up to 130R. He's slightly down now though. This
I'm on board with Yari starting his second stint on the subs as well, so let's see what he can do, and if he's willing to getting the pole, I think.
Yes, I'll switch over as well. So what we've Lakmet misses out and doesn't improve on his time by about a tenth, but yeah, we're on with the championship leader, leading the championship by nearly 50 points at this point, and we're nearing the end of the season. It'll take a lot to turn it around, and it is purple in sector 1. Should say that Liam is also on and out laps, so he'll be looking to challenge. Tonka's still in the pits, so the time he's got will be his final time. Spoon keeps it on track, does a good job.
That's what he can do.
That was well taken around there. Let's see.
Also purple in sector 2 is going really fast.
2.5 tenths up. Coming up to traffic, but I think he'll be fine.
There's Yari go to the finish line, and he is
Wow.
back to P1 with purple in all the 3 sectors.
And Liam's finish as well. I think he slightly improved his time, but still not enough to go into second. It's a 1:26.4 that I'm pretty sure will be taking pole this time. We have got Nikia, who in his Renault, he's made a mistake at the top of, yeah. So I think he's well down on his time. He's slowed down. That'll send. Lakmet has already done his final attempt. Brendan, actually, he is going to be trying, or Brandon I should say, is trying to improve his time. He improved slightly and jumps Eins. And Hayward into the pits. So I think that's qualifying over as Nikia spins around and smacks the wall. It's not too big of a deal at this point. He had already lost the lap. So an interesting qualifying, and hopefully I get game audio back in my ear for the race, because it's a bit weird. But yeah.
We'll see for the race what role the weather will play, because it would be very interesting if
Yes.
we see some different weather types during the race.
Yes, I did notice that Bogrovsky was still out, but he is on a slow. In fact, I think he might be out of fuel. So we'll just wait for the 2 Renaults to peel into the pits, and then it should be time to move over. But that is a good thought. Everyone in the top 10 is going to be on softs. And everyone outside the top 10 will have, as usual, a free option. Some fast guys not in the top 10. Jordan, who won the last race. Doppy Man outside the top 10 in 11th. Ideal Penguins right at the back of the grid. So yeah, a lot of fast drivers who we would probably expect to see a bit higher up the field, but we've also got some of our quickest right at the top. We've got in pole position Yal, Tonka in second, Liam third, Nikia fourth, Laxmet fifth, Brandon and then Ines, Hayward and Sam. A British, I was going to say trio, but it's a quartet, I think they call it, in a row there. Then Dragon Duck's getting a good 10th place for him in qualifying. He's struggled since he joined the league, but maybe this will change things around, and you can have a look at the bottom 9 there. I will let's see, will it be dry or will it not? Well, I got to say that looks pretty dry to me. I don't even think there's a hint of rain in the sky, although I could be wrong.
Bit of a relief for all the drivers, I think, when they seeing this.
Yes, especially Suzuka, one of a tough race to begin with, even in the dry. To make that, especially first sector, to make that worse with adding rain would be horrific, I would say.
It's already a hard circuit.
Yeah.
With rain.
I think the only circuit I could think of being worse in the rain would be Monaco. So let's.
Singapore as well, but yeah.
That one's rare though. At least for me. So getting some of the pit strategies here. We've got it looks like a one stop, as I suspected, really. So let's have a look at the tyres. Here's the quite interesting part. What do we have? We have Ideal Penguin and Proud Noob at the back. We'll start on mediums. Hewins, Gazelle, Composite and Jordan all starting in softs. Kelly, Bogrovsky and Doppyman mediums, and the top 10 starting the softs they qualified on. So yeah, people outside the top 10 making different decisions. I wonder how that'll play out. What do you think would be the best strategy? Would you have went on mediums or softs?
I would Hayward.
No.
Just this
Yeah.
session.
It doesn't usually.
He joins us on the starting point.
Yeah.
I would go for the soft hard strategy, like probably the leaders are going to as well. Yeah, you always have to see what happens with safety cars, crucial safety cars, and garbage at the start of the race, of course. So it will be interesting to see what they're going to do with the tire strategy today. What would be your choice for the tires?
So I actually went mediums because I've already done my race here. I went mediums to attempt to do a long-ish medium stint with the choice of either going to the hards or the softs. Really what I was expecting was a safety car, which we got 2 of, so let's see if that will impact this race. As we are now climbing round to the grid, we've got the front guys still now on the grid, and we have the guys at the back still coming around to the grid. They've been there for a while now. I hope the game doesn't ruin their tyre temperatures with that one. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's behind where he should. Oh well, that can happen. We have got some comments, particularly a fan of Tonka and the watching today. So let's see how his start goes as we go lights out here at Suzuka. Tonka actually gets a decent start, but it's a bit close here with Ferrari's severe collision for Ideal Penguin with Bogorowski. And we've got Hunes and Bogorowski around at the back. Unfortunately for them, Hines and Hayward fighting around the S's. A bit of a touch there, but Brandon keeps the position. Slight wheel-to-wheel contact, nothing too bad. Dragon has actually gained positions off the start. But goes a bit deep into the hairpin. And he's got Sam for company behind. Yeah, that would be unfortunate if they have to pit. It does look like yeah, there must be an issue there. We've got Lackmet who's got past no, we've got Brandon that's got past Lackmet, so Brandon's overtook the two Ferraris in his Mercedes quite early on. So my screen's saying it's lap 3, obviously we're only starting lap 2, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, I'm having a couple of issues with the timing screens, but that's normal for the game. Ideal Penguin has had to pit. Oh, they've got really close. I'm not sure. Hines is having problems. I've seen him off track, and he's still off track right now in the first sector. Carl's still leading. Oh, that is. I think. Oh, someone's. It's Ideal Penguin. Ideal is off again. Sector 1. Not got the gap showing up, unfortunately. Liam goes a bit deep into the final. The final chicane, so he's lost a bit of time there, and Nikia will be happy about that. That allows him to close in a little bit. Right, we're getting the timings back, which is good. Cassell, he's in a battle right now with Composite and Kelly. Proud Noob right behind that as well. Four-way fight for just outside the points. They'll be really getting caught up in each other's dirty air going through that first sector, and they're also at the same time trying to chase after Hayward for that final points. Hayward, who yep, and Composite and Cassell is just past Kelly, and he also makes a mistake in Spoon, which allows Proud Noob to get past as well. So Proud Noob then clearly made a mistake, so Kelly's getting another run, but he's lost now 3 positions in less than half a lap. And we got just in front of this. Oh, that's a mistake from Doppyman. Almost gives Hayward the shout. It's DRS and overtake. Actually takes away the overtake mode. It's Hayward, Doppyman and Jordan. Jordan's starting to pull away a bit. Cassell has just used DRS to get past Composite before turn 1. A lot of action going on. Got to keep an eye on that gap between the two leaders of Tonka and Yacht as well, because it's important for Tonka to come up the standings. A good points finish here would really help them, as the front two are starting to pull a gap to Liam behind. It's now really close, Stoffyman and Hayward. Any mistake now will let the other get the advantage. As looks has just increased the lead at the front to over a second, although it's just came down as well. Who's off? I think Dragon's made a mistake and he's dropped back. Hayward still side by side. They yeah, he gets it back. I mean, good racing. Hayward just overcooking it ever so slightly. If he didn't, I think he would have had it, because it seemed like he had it before the corner was done. But I think it just shows though that Hayward is quicker. Proud Noob just got past Composite. But Composite's maybe looking for a move. No, he doesn't want to go for it in the hairpin. Yep, and talking about overspeed, it looks like Hayward's got the overspeed once again on Doppyman, who has put wheels on the grass, which has really slowed him down. But Hayward doesn't want to take a risk into the 130R corner. Neither would I. Yeah. I think this will be like taking candy from a baby.
Also on the red tires instead of the mediums.
Yep. He yeah. So just to say, there's if we could try and turn, I'm going to check for a second to see if it's me, but I've just been checking chat there and someone said that they can't hear one of us properly, so try and turn our mic volume up. I'll be 2 seconds on that one. Sorry about that. So again, it's still the same position for Doppyman and Hayward.
It's not that Hayward is pulling away a lot from Doppyman.
Definitely louder now. Hayward is pulling away from Doppyman, and although I think the DRS keeps Doppyman in it. Yep. I'm wanting to look at this battle of the lead, which is now coming down to 7/10 on softs. As you said yourself, Hayward should have been quicker than Doffy Man, and it's probably disappointing for him that he couldn't get past Doffy Man whilst he was on the mediums early on, because it will be not too long before Doffy Man is actually quicker with the mediums.
Yeah, it's just waiting to be that far, of course. Now.
Yep, and we're getting very close between the Racing Point and Tonka and the AlphaTauri. Not much overtake left though for Tonka, but he's got DRS. His pit window is apparently open right now, so we'll see what happens if this is going to be the time for Tonka to pit.
Yeah, he's just stuck now between after Jerry, of course, but maybe a different strategy will put him on top.
Yeah, I mean, undercut may be a good strategy, although I have a feeling that he'll maybe just do the opposite of what his rival in front does. New battle. Oh.
Will also be interesting to see how those tires will last up between those two. Who is charged the better tire management to go on further?
Toppy man.
Spins. Damage his front ring for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's cut across on Kelly, even though he's got that damage. But yeah, that was missed that because I had just noticed that Composite got past Proud Noob, who I believe made a mistake at the top of the S's. Jarl is pitted and Tonka stays out, as I thought Tonka does the opposite of what Jarl does.
Liam also pitting now.
Yep. And
it's Jerry going for the hearts.
It's hards, yeah. Hards for Liam as well. This is allowing Jordan.
Let's see what Tonka can do. And will he be able to put in fast lap time?
Yeah, that's one way. I really do feel bad for Doffy Man. Don't know what happened, mistake or incident with other driver, but he's now got damage, which kind of ruins him going long on the mediums. At least now he can pit and take the hards to the end, I would imagine. But what the new battle I was going to look at is this one that I'm on board with now, which is Latchmet chasing down Brandon. Brandon got past the two Mercedes very early, but now one's coming back. No, Brandon got past the two Ferraris very early, I mean. And Calais.
And unfortunately, Calais has spinned after the SS. Sets him back to 17th place now.
Oh, and then another spin.
For the second time.
He will
be happy about that one.
He's completely lost control there. He's having issues. Oh gosh, has he got traction control off? Because it seemed like he had absolutely no traction at all there when trying to return to the race.
Tonka putting on the hard
tires. Yeah.
And now see what Yari can do. Will he be in first place or will he be?
Yeah.
And it looks like he will stay
in
front of Tonka.
Now he's actually got quite lucky, I think. He's just ran into traffic, but it was obviously Tonka had already pitted, so he managed to make a gap, but then ran into traffic ahead.
Yep. In
the form of this Haas, and is that Hayward? Yes, it's Hayward. Ideal Penguins retired from the session at Spoon Corner, and we've got a virtual
safety car.
Yep, we do. Oh, and this could help Doppy Man and Nines. who are both pitted. They'll save time under that. Although they were at the back anyway. They would have much rathered a full safety car. So we've got 5 still out in the softs they started on. That's Nikia, Hayward, Cell, Composite, Dragons, also 6, sorry, we also have Hunes. So they're taking these softs quite a distance. Nikia's pitted.
Nika pitting.
Nika, sorry. Nikia. I am terrible with names, not just corner names. All the
He's going to the mediums.
Yes, he has.
Soft strategy then. Open on the safety car at the end of the race, of course.
Yeah. I mean, you can try drag the mediums, but you're going to be struggling like mad at the end and probably going to get a puncture. Proud Noob up to 3rd place. Don't get a nosebleed. But yeah, Proud Noob up to 3rd place. Still on the mediums, he's not pitted yet. And Tonka's got quicker reflexes to that restart off the virtual safety car. He's really hounding the Racing Point ahead.
If he keeps this kind of gap, or even close it, maybe he can try it on the straight with the DRS.
I'm sure that's what he's hoping for, or of course for his opponent to make a mistake. In fact, it's him that runs wide and Spoon.
But he's still quite close, and he gets the slipstream, of course, now from Yari.
Yeah.
The gap again.
I was just looking back to Liam, who got really close to Nika, but he made a mistake at Spin as well. So he lost that advantage. Tonka!
Oh!
Oh no.
Just right into the pits.
Don't reverse out of the pit, like, no.
I don't think this was the right option to go. And
No.
he disqualified from the session.
There was
From breaking the rules.
Yeah, I don't think there was much choice there. He might have.
Yeah.
He might have got
It
this.
might be better because it looks like his front wing was already damaged. Really a shame for him.
Yeah, and that promotes Proud Noob into 2nd place, and Nikia hounding him. And that is a shame for Tonka. He spun, exiting the final chicane. He slid, and he slid into the pit lane and tried to reverse back out of the pit lane, which, well, as you said yourself, is completely against the rules. Shouldn't have tried reversing up, and the game penalised him for it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Is out.
Proud.
Maybe there's it's a safety car for now. Let's see what.
That had to be a safety car. I was on board with that one. That one was mistake from Proud Noob going deep into the hairpin, taking the wide loop. Nikia tried to cut under in the hairpin, but turned out and gave Proud Noob a glancing blow on the fronts, making him lose control and end up in the wall, losing a wheel.
Let's hope any of the other drivers didn't catch any damage from that crash, because it really looked like it could happen.
And it was a big one. The impact in the end, a big shame for Proud Noob. A safety car would have been actually perfect for Proud Noob, but not if he was the one that caused that was involved in it.
That's for sure.
Hunes though, he's
it's
pitting.
Only Eugens going to the pit lane for now, because he was the only one left who hasn't pitted yet.
Yep. So that's good for him.
On the right time for him.
Absolutely.
Going to the mediums.
Mediums with the safety car makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. We've got a Ferrari coming in behind as well. Dragon's staying out. Doppy Man, who might be having connection issues, by the looks of it. It also helped our C6 friend Kelly. We see, because that'll bring him right up to the back of the pack. Yeah, it is a shame what happened there. I was really rooting for Proud Noob to have a good race, being up in second place.
Yeah, it's a shame for him, and also for Tonka and all his fans who were watching from
Yes,
as well.
They'll be absolutely gutted with the things. Dolphy Man's actually DNF'd. I wonder if he's just parked it in the pits with the issues he seemed to be having. We're down to 15 and we're only just halfway. Starting to become a race of attrition now. We've had a virtual safety car, we've got this safety car. Most of the drivers had already pitted. And talking about pitted, Jordan in the Alfa Romeo has chosen to pit this lap. Probably, I've seen mediums, I would think. A free pit stop onto the mediums, to take the mediums to the end. Maybe thinking it'll be quicker to go onto the mediums now than staying on the hards. He's dropped behind his teammate Dragon.
So I've also taken a look at the penalties which are already awarded. Jordan got a 3-second penalty, Kelly got a 5-second penalty for now. You get a 3 seconds and Hayward as well for 3 seconds. Until now.
To be fair, that is pretty low.
Yeah, there were also some penalty rewards for the guys who are who are a DNF now. So I didn't count them.
Yeah, that's fair. So let's see. It looks like we're waiting really on Kali and Bogorowski to catch up to the back of the pack.
Bogorowski made a late stop as well under the safety car. So.
Oh yes, he's. So did Irons. It says there's 0 laps, and so Tunes as well. I'm not sure how accurate that is when it comes to Kuhns, because we've seen him pitting before the safety car, so Nikia must be getting a bit excited. He's maybe having really, for the guys right behind the race leader right now, I don't mean this in a bad way to them, but I do think their only real chance of getting past the Racing Point ahead really is to get them off the restart. Yeah, because they really had nothing on the pace of Tonka and Jarl. Of course, 12 laps to go. Anything can still happen.
Yep. Let's hope we continue racing soon, because watching the safety car and the cars drive, yeah, well, maybe we see a Russell move, but I don't think so.
Oh no. Let's not talk about George Russell. Oh no. But yeah, that would be, like, the most we sometimes get is accidental collisions which cause silly 5-second penalties. But I really hope we don't see anything like warming up tyres and sending yourself into a wall. So we do have a mixture of we really do have a mixture of strategies now. We have
we'll see.
Bunch of people on the hards and a bunch of people on the mediums, which actually might play well for Nika, as he's on the mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be very interesting.
Yeah, it should be an interesting race for the further of the race to see what all those tires are going to do at the end of the race as well.
Yeah. Before the safety car, Lachmet was really chasing Brandon and looked like he had a good chance of catching him, getting past him, so we'll see if that happens too.
I think safety car is ending in this lap.
Yep, Jarl is now the pace car. We'll see how well this goes. He's still backing them up, and now he's going. Liam doesn't get a good launch. He didn't predict that well. Nikia does not bad.
Already on the still.
Brandon just not close enough, I don't think.
No.
He predicted it quite well, as well as Jordan. Dragon's having issues, but he's not got damage. He's just made a mistake and allowed Jordan and Dines to get by, and now he's got Callie and Bogorowski hassling him too. Now that Liam's got back up to speed, he's starting to pull away. Brandon though has got a 3-second time penalty, and it's actually Sam catching on Lachmet and the Ferrari. Jordan's starting to cut his way through the field after pitting on the second lap of that safety car. Oh, Sam late braking, that didn't work out. He's ended up round and he's waiting for has to wait for the whole field to go by. Must be so frustrating to sit there and watch people go past.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
Yep, but safety comes first. You can't just drive onto the track like a maniac. So that's from 6th to 15th, and it's turned into a really bad night for the McLaren drivers. And as I predicted, the gap at the front after breaking the second mark, Jarl is pulling away now. It's a 1.6 second gap with Liam catching on Nika.
Yara is already almost 2 seconds ahead of Nika.
Yep. Fastest lap of the race. And now DRS is available. As Excel really hounding the Mercedes ahead of Hayward. And Jordan gets past Composite as well, without the use of DRS at this point.
Jordan on the fresh mediums and Composite already on hards, which were 6 laps old, so that should make a difference. You can overtake without DRS on the straight with a lot of overtake for sure.
Yes. Got a couple of battles since the safety car came in. People just sticking really close to each other. Hayward and Lachmet and Cassell, which has actually got the Alfa Romeo of Jordan, who I've said already is scything his way through the field after pitting during that safety car period. He does actually seem to have very good pace as Cassell locks up ahead.
It's now ends really close to composite going onto the straight. He goes for it on the inside of turn 1 and it looks like he got it. So gaining 1 position.
Yeah.
10 to 9.
Good move there, and someone's went off ahead, and it's Nekia. Nekia's went off.
Well, that's really a shame because he was doing so well on the second place.
And he's had to do the same as Sam did before. So now Liam is in second place. Yeah, Liam and Nicky were close, but it's so easy to make a mistake in that area. Callie, he's round just after the hairpin. It's actually a rather strange place to end up, where he was, but I'm trying to see if he's got damage, but I'm not getting the camera angles I would like.
It's a tricky corner of the circuit. One touch too soon on the gas and you will spin around and losing a lot of positions.
Absolutely.
Like, in this situation after a safety car.
Lachmet down the inside into turn 1 on Hayward and gets it stuck. Nice move there. Gets the Ferrari into 4th place. Composite is also through on Hunes, so he's at 9th. Sam trying to come back through the field. He's got past 2 people because of their incidents, and now he's on the back of Bogorowski. They're making it easier for well, they're making it easier for Jordan to come through. They're making it easier for Yali to win this championship. Just not just the race. It's a shame, really. Like to have a close championship. Jordan does make a big mistake at Spoon.
This Jordan and ends were really close touching, but it all seems fine for now. But they almost crashed into each other.
Yeah, Jordan made 2 mistakes, I would say, and Spoon and Ains must have really caught up because of that. Please don't tell me. No, it's not y'all. I just seeing a racing point off at Spoon, I was like, please don't tell me it's y'all. He's leading the race by 5 seconds now. It wasn't, unfortunately. It was Callie, who's in 15th. Sam gets past Bogorowski.
Calais doesn't have the Swedish race, but he has another chance tomorrow, of course, in C6. So it's a good preparation to get the racing feeling of a full car with full reloaded. So we'll see what he can do tomorrow.
He of course would have had that in the Romanian race on Monday as well, so he's got a lot of practice for the C6.
Let's hope for him for another podium then.
Maybe so. We got these drivers from 8th to 4th, all trying to get up to that 4th place.
Yeah, the battle for fourth is the most interesting battle for the moment right now.
Yeah, the gaps for the front three are rather sizable, so unfortunately it's not the most interesting thing to watch then, but it is here. Lakmet's still pulling away, it seems like, on the straight, even with Hayward with the DRS. Yeah, I think it surprises me the most is you lose so much downforce when you're chasing people around Suzuka, but especially in that first sector. And yet we have seen them being able to follow quite well, but Hayward's got a 3-second time penalty as he runs wide.
And he already had one.
So that's
already
not looking good for him. That could drop him. That could actually drop him outside the points. That's how close this is.
Yeah, also Huguen is also a 3 left, so that probably would save him then.
Okay.
On the other hand, Brandon has a 3-second time penalty as well, so that could be interesting.
Oh, so this could actually, depending on the gaps at the end, could be a battle for the final podium place.
I will check the other penalties, so we have a good summary of the penalties.
Yeah.
On this point of the race.
That's a good idea. We've got Hayward will obviously want to make as much of an impression as possible to nullify those penalties as he takes the outside line into turn 1 and gets it done. What an overtake on Lakmet. That's allowed pretty much everyone to close up, of course, with the battle. Oh, the gap to composite is now 5 seconds. Gazelle also in this battle just picked up a 3-second time penalty. And Ainz runs wide at Spoon, so he's going to lose some time there. Any little bit of time loss is quite big. And such a tight battle. Still locking up into the final corners. Jordan not being able to make as easy work after he's caught what is essentially a DRS train at this point. Oh, and Ainz has crashed out. Yeah, he's crashed out into the wall.
Virtual safety car for now.
Oh, oh goodness. I almost see that as a commentator's curse, because I was just saying how it's so easy to lose downforce in that SS section. I don't know if that is what happened, but there's a good chance that that is what happened. I was watching just ahead. The guy's literally just ahead. That was a quick virtual safety car though, and we're back at.
You don't have that thought anymore now. And then we have yellow in sector 2 now.
Composite's off. He's went deep, I think, into the hairpin, and that's knocked him out of the points. He was sitting in 9th quite well, and now he's down in 13th. -1 from that battle now, but it's still a battle between 4 drivers for what actually may now be 3rd place. Kelly also looking like he's trying to snatch the fastest lap for a bit of fun. He's pitted for softs.
Now it's interesting to see what the difference between the top 4 cars will be against the top 3.
Yeah.
Because Brandon got a 3-second time penalty, but Hayward has also in total of 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
On a penalty.
And Jordan's now got
Jordan
a 3.
gets a 3 as well.
So I believe
which bring him in also to 6.
So Jordan's got 6. I think Cassell's got 3 because I've seen him picking up one.
Yeah, he got a total of 6 seconds penalty for now.
I don't know about Lackmet. He could be in a really strong position.
Yeah, if he gets past Hayward, he could challenge Brandon.
Yep.
Get maybe a podium for him for position 3.
I wonder if he knows. I wonder if he's aware of the situation. With now his teammate, unfortunately, now out of the race. One of Vines's big supporters is usually Kelly. He's usually in the chat shouting for Vines, but not tonight. He's racing.
He's getting close, but not close enough to go for the overtake.
No, it's actually a really difficult track to overtake. There's just very few places. And we can't forget about the Haas and the Alfa Romeo behind, at least for the on-track battle. They're still really close. If it's 6 seconds, they're not going to lose places with their 6 seconds at the moment because the gap to Hunes is 9, almost 10 seconds.
Yeah, now the Hayward and Lekmet are closing in on Brandon.
Yep.
I think the hard tires would pay off now. So we'll see if they can keep it between the 3 seconds. In the 3 seconds, Lekmet will be on the podium in this situation for now.
Yeah. If he's aware of that, he'll just make sure he stays within the time that he needs, but he might not be. And anyway, it'd be better to get past Hayward in case. The chances are he actually doesn't know about Brandon. He's probably asked Jeff about Hayward. At least I know I would have. But he likely won't know about Brandon. The gap now behind is Lackmet going to make a move? Ooh, just not close enough.
Close.
He was thinking about it, but it wasn't going to happen. Cassell's now just over a second behind. This is the final lap, so he's not going to have that chance again. That was the best chance of overtaking, and he's not going to get it again.
And now he's losing a lot of time, which caused him to fall out of the tree. Oh, he's gaining it now.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see the end result of the race.
Yep, I'll keep an eye on because
it's getting really close at the end.
Really close for them. Oh, it's almost touching through the through the hairpin. That's like
Lekmet got a decent amount of ERS left, so he probably will use it all to
get the best chance, the only chance.
Making a mistake.
A mistake which might have Cassell a go. But someone that's not made any mistakes, Jarl, the Racing Point driver, coming through to win once again here in Suzuka. Liam comes back to form, 8 seconds behind though, but he's got a podium, he's second. Cassell has managed to sneak past Latchmet, they're still side by side. He's lost the time. Latchmet will miss out on the podium because of a final battle with Cassell. Nicky and Bogrovsky, the two Renaults, having a battle for nothing. Quite literally. And Bogrovsky manages to squeeze Nicky out and stay ahead. That is yes, so the mistake at Spoon Corner essentially cost Latchmet the podium.
He probably didn't do what the situation in front of him was, because he was taking so much risk.
To get past, yeah. That is such a shame. And then obviously Cassell, he was looking to try and make it past as well, but side by side, costing last minute time. The mistake at Spoon, then the battle last minute. Jordan's managed to get a 6th place. The reason why we're still running is because actually I'm not sure, because I think Callie should be done. He's off the track. He's got damage. I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! When did that happen? But yeah,
he's making his guest appearance looks worthy.
Oh well, there we go. Here's your guest.
All the time to
guest appearance next to the Mercedes. Liam in the chat is absolutely ecstatic about being back on the podium.
Congratulations to Liam, of course, for his 2nd place in this race on Suzuka.
I'll see if anybody's interested in having a little chat with us. We asked for the top 3 if they wish to have interviews with us as commentators, and to allow people to hear the thoughts. I'm
sure Liam would love to say what went through his mind during the race with his 2nd place.
Yeah, so I'm going to let's just remind myself, because that was epic race. Who our podium sitters are first? It's Jarl, Liam and Brandon. Yeah. So,
you can fill in Yari.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, doesn't matter. Let me just, I'm just going to invite them rather than ask. Jarl, to have
It's Cassell was driver of the day, starting from the 16th place, ending up like 7, gaining 9 positions. Quite a good job. So congratulations to him as well. And also congratulations on the podium on Yari, Liam and Brandon. Well done.
Yeah, so I'm just going to try and get them in.
I think we all love to hear what they are about to say, Drew.
If you can try and if you've got them on PSN as well, that might be good too.
I don't think so.
We'll try to do this as quickly as possible, of course. Oh, right, okay, well, do that. I think that's... Sorry about this, this is taking a wee bit of time. But I think I've got...
we have Liam here.
We have Liam, yes.
Sorry, I gotta catch you a breath.
Yeah, back on the podium.
Yeah, finally. What was it, 6 races of just
bad luck?
the baddest
Yeah.
luck ever? I mean, literally the whole race felt like I was blinking on manual.
Hey guys.
Hey Yari.
Hi there.
Yari, congratulations on again the 1st place.
Thank you, man.
You already feel like the championship is getting into your hands now?
Yeah. I'm sad Justin didn't attend any races, so yeah, but still I attended the race, so maybe the one who's attending the most races deserves it, I guess.
I think the one who deserves it is the one ending on top of the standings. So
Yeah, and that's where I'm standing right now. So yeah, was a good race. Had some pressure from Tonka at the beginning. He was fast as well, but then he strangely lost it and dives into the pits. So yeah, it was a weird moment.
Oh, I saw what happened to Tonka. It happened in front of me. He shot wide in the grass.
Did he lose it or?
Sorta, not really. But I was behind him. He came in front of me in the pits because I was behind my teammate, and I think it was composite. And I couldn't get past because they were battling. So yeah, I was better off just backing off for a second. And then I saw, oh no, Tonka's in the pit, and I got behind him.
Yeah.
So I was chasing him down for like 3 laps, and then he shot onto the grass in the S corners.
Okay.
And he lost like, what was it, 7 positions or something? At least that was what I saw.
And
I
then
saw
he
he was
got
losing it. I
disqualified.
thought,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, he got
yeah,
disqualified.
what happened? He spun in front of the pits, and then he was into the pit entry, but he went back on track, which caused him a disqualification for this action.
Yeah, so he spun exiting. He tried to reverse up the pit lane. So
yeah, thanks, mate. Good job on like every single winner in this whole season.
Yeah, I think it's my 4th. So
I mean, really good
yesterday I
job.
was racing with some C1 guys, with Shabby and Prince, and I was keeping up with them. I was like, oh, this could be my track. But still, in the race, you're in a championship position, you're leading, so you don't want to take any big risks, you know.
I mean, it's a championship fight. There's always a lot of pressure on you, so it's a hard thing to keep your head cool, and you can see that in many drivers from like C4 to C6, people are having troubles with keeping their head cool.
Yeah.
Same with me this time. It was like after safety car, I screwed up my I screwed up my restart, and I just kept my position. Brennan almost overtook me, and then I was like, okay, keep your head cool, Liam, and I went on. So
yeah, Brendan can't join, unfortunately, but yeah, that was very close. I think a misjudging of the restart. I was actually a little bit surprised how long it took for Yal to just go for it to actually restart as well. But it was all fine, and it was perfect for you. It worked out. I think the only 2 challenges you had during the race was from Tonka, who was keeping up with you quite well.
Yes.
And maybe a little bit from Rika as well, until he had his incident in the S's where he's ended up near the back of the grid.
Yeah, what happened with Nika? Because he looked fast as well.
I only saw him for like a few laps, and I lost it. My race was rather boring though. I saw him, he was like behind me. After like 5 laps, he was, 4 seconds behind, so I lost track of him.
Yeah, and then I think he lost either himself or he was in front of Brandon and that as well. So yeah, so I think it was in the S's. Unfortunately, we never seen what happened to him. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to both of you, Gary, for your another win. Extending your lead in the championship to a point where I think you could probably win it next race. Mental math quite quickly. And also congratulations, Liam, for good luck this race. Compared to others where you've been caught up on in other incidents or just stuff going completely wrong. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. I didn't bring it up.
No, it was not you, Yuri. It was, I think it was Cassell. Yeah, it was Cassell. That was my major incident that sorta ended my race, but alright, forgive and forget, I guess. But yeah, it's still annoying. I mean, I was up for a good game, and then yeah, you get put into a wall.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
That's
Unfortunately, that happens sometimes in the racing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
think
I
he made
reported
up
it. He
for
got a penalty. Of course, it's still sad for him, though. You can't. I mean, you need to be aware, but still.
Yeah, after my first pit stop, I came behind Cassell and Hayward, I think, and I was just not. I was faster, but I was just waiting for them to go into the pits because Cassell can be sometimes a bit rough on track.
Yep.
When
Noticed that.
yeah, and that's why I
Sorry,
was really
Cassell.
careful.
Hey, sorry, Cassell. If you see this, nothing personal,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'll just
Nothing
give you a bit
personal.
of backup,
You're a great
Cassell.
driver, but we're just very afraid of you, Cassell. Don't worry.
No, I'll give Cassell some backup. I was on board with quite a lot of the battle for P4, and it was really good racing. And Cassell done a good job, I think, from what I've seen. So I'll give him. With all the stuff that happened in the last race, he's definitely improved and learned on that for this race, from what I've seen anyway. Just to make it a bit less, a bit more even there. But yeah, thanks for the great race. I think. And congratulations to both of you and to Brendan as well for his podium. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it to the interviews. And thanks for Milo for joining for his first commentary. I'm sure you enjoyed it for your first time out.
Not a problem at all. Had fun during the race and looking forward to the next time.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you both for commentating this race, and we'll see you next race.
Yeah.
And you too,
Yeah.
Milo.
Oh, by the way,
See.
by you'll see a great show next week. I mean, it's Singapore, so be prepared.
Oh, Singapore,
Singapore
man.
is always going to be fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going to
I like
practice,
Singapore.
practice
That
this
should
one.
be interesting.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I do look forward
Well,
to
Liam,
watching it
I'm
and
going to add you and
participating.
we're going to practice together to get this 1-2 again, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, working together, you're not even teammates here.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're just gonna 1v1 like Max and
Yeah.
Max and Lewis.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Lewis wins them.
Switch cars.
Yes, so I'm just gonna say good night to our viewers and see you next week for Singapore. Should be an absolute cracker.